Hey there, it's Wasted Potential 616 back again. Sorry I haven't been very regular with my videos, but it's gotten to the point now where, well, I never really am regular with my videos, so hi. I'm going to do sort of Xmen themed review, I'm going to start with the big one, Xmen versus, well, I'm sorry, Avengers versus Xmen issue 3. Right, well, I'd say it's probably the weaker of the series so far. But let's get into it. Okay, now this is the fallout from the initial battle between the X-Men, and it's setting up the search for Hope, because she's ran off, so both teams are going to be searching for Hope. First thing to say, I really enjoy Romita's artwork. I think he's great. He really is. It's really good stuff. I know there are people out there that don't like him, but tough. I do. You know, very distinctive style. Good actors. I just think he can do everything really that's required for him in the comic book. The story, now this issue's written by Brubaker. One of the problems I have with this is, no, I feel like Wolverine's acting like a bit of a dick, more so than normal. If you've read the story, basically, you know, he's kind of out to kill Hope, even to the point where sort of Captain America's pissed off with him. And sort of Captain America is the one that sort of wants to capture Hope, and you know, he's sort of almost painted as the villain in comparison to Cyclops. Although Cyclops is showing his fanatical side, it's kind of hard to root for any of the characters in this, because they all just seem to be acting very irrationally. But you know, we might be thrown a swerve at some point. But there's a cool little fight between Wolverine and Captain America, as the cover shows, you know, and it's cool. I mean, it seems slightly forced, but it's an enjoyable read, you know, and it doesn't make me any less excited about this whole crossover. I mean, hey, it's the Avengers versus X-Men. It's a lot of fun. I've got a feeling a lot of things aren't going to make a great deal of sense. You know, with a crossover like this, I don't think it's going to be groundbreaking or anything. I think it's just going to be a bit of fun. But who knows? You know, as I say, there may be some surprises in it for us. So, you know, I enjoyed it. Not great, but the artwork was good, and you know, it was fun. On the same storyline, we've got Wolverine and the X-Men, issue 10. We've got Pacello on art. Like, his art is just artwork, isn't it? Just, his art is brilliant. Once again, another acquired taste. It's kind of a very you can't really see. It's a very chaotic art style, but I love it. It's great, you know. Not everyone likes it, but hey. What do you think about this? It kind of, if you try and match the timelines up, they don't quite might make sense unless after talking with Rachel Summers in Avengers vs. X-Men, he goes back to the mansion and then goes back to Avengers Tower, and if you see it, you'll see what I mean. But hey, it doesn't matter too much. In these crossovers, everything doesn't always mesh together. But anyway, back to the issue at hand. Basically, it's a big talk between Wolverine and Cyclops, and it kind of fleshes out their motivations a bit more. And I feel it's good in the sense that it fleshes out their motivations more in comparison to the Avengers vs. X-Men series itself. So I think that's good. It's not all about that though. It touches upon the storyline with Angel and Genesis, who's like the reincarnation of Apocalypse, and and that's all good. And I mean, some of the artwork is great. I just love sort of Wolverine as just go walking through the mansion with Cyclops. The artwork's really great. Anyway, it shows divisions within Wolverine's camp of X-Men, and it had something that, sort of spoiler alert, that I feel, I thought was going to be addressed, where Rachel Summers is like, well, I dealt with the Phoenix Force, so, I don't think the right decision is to go kill Hope, because I've been able to control it in the past. And I just hope this storyline doesn't sort of disrupt Wolverine and the X-Men too much, because it's been such a good setup. And as I said in the past with the whole Avengers vs X-Men storyline, I kind of felt the X-Men and their new divisions sort of needed a bit more time to settle, so I'm not sure whether it's going to go back to the status quo afterwards. But this was an enjoyable issue. I enjoyed this more than Avengers vs X-Men. And while we're on the X-Men front, Wolverine and the X-Men Alpha and Omega. It's the last issue of this mini-series. And it's basically about Wolverine and Armor being transported into this kind of alternate reality, which is made by Quentin Quire, aka Kid Omega. And it was a good little story. It was fun. I felt it was a bit too short, and it was a bit simplistic, really. And the conclusion, it concluded too easily. I felt the story ended a little bit flat, but it ended quite in a good way. I mean, the way it's resolved between Wolverine and Quire sort of shows a bit more of an evolution in the character of Wolverine, showing that he is becoming more of a teacher, less of a headstrong warrior, which kind of contradicts what's going on in other comics, but these things happen. But an enjoyable mini-series, I think worth picking up in trade if you haven't been reading this mini-series. So, yeah, it develops Quentin Quire's character quite a bit as well. So, yeah, there's my. I'll just leave those at the moment. I might do some other reviews because I'm kind of in the mood, but I'll leave it at that for the moment. And yeah, hope you guys weren't bored. Okay, bye. Look after yourselves.